Hey guys, in this video I'm going to help you master abstract writing for your research projects, thesis reports and even your conference presentations. But before we begin, let me tell you that this video is a continuation to my previous video on how to write an abstract. In this video, I'm going to focus on examples and explain to you how to apply those theoretical concepts in writing. So without further delay, let's get started. For those of you who aren't much familiar, an abstract is a summary of your entire research article, and it usually consists of 5 components. They are introduction, problem statement and objective, methodology, results and discussion, and finally the conclusion. Now you might wonder, these components are present in exactly a research paper which goes on for 5 to 6 pages, or say for example a thesis report, and that goes on for 30 to 40 pages. Then how are you supposed to include all these 5 components in an abstract which has a word limit of only 150 to 200 words? Well, let's understand with the help of an example. This is an abstract taken from the research article, Silicon Carbide Free Graphene Growth on Silicon for Lithium-Ion Battery with High Volumetric Energy Density, published in Nature Communications in the year 2015. If the title sounds too heavy, let me explain it to you in simple terms what it means so you can understand the abstract better. Lithium-ion battery is a kind of rechargeable battery which is used almost everywhere, be it our mobile phones, laptops, or even in electric vehicles. Now you must have studied in the 7th or 8th standard that a battery consists of 2 electrodes. One is the anode and the other one is the cathode. After a lot of research, scientists found that silicon is one of the best materials to be used in the anode, but it does have some limitations. So in this research paper, scientists are working on a new methodology to combine silicon with graphene so that its performance can be improved. Now this is a very crude explanation and obviously the research paper is much more detailed and scientific, but I think this will do for now. Now let's read the abstract. If you want, you can pause the video at this stage, read the abstract yourself and then play the video again to understand how it has been split into components. Or else I'm going to read line by line and explain the components to you. Silicon is receiving discernible attention as an active material for next generation lithium-ion battery anodes because of its unparalleled gravimetric capacity. This sentence is the first component of the abstract, which is the introduction or the motivation of the study. So here the authors are talking about the importance of silicon. It has very good gravimetric capacity, which is why it is very useful for lithium-ion batteries. So in this way, the authors are setting up the motivation or the background of the study. Why is their research important and worth taking up? So when you are writing your abstract, think about why did you take up that research project? What was the motivation? And how will your research create an impact for the society? Coming to the next statement. However, the large volume change of silicon over charge-discharge cycles weakens its competitiveness in the volumetric energy density and cycle life. So you see here, the authors are now talking about the problem with silicon that the other researchers have not been able to overcome so far. Even though silicon is a very good material, its volumetric energy density is not that great, which is affecting its performance. This is called as the research gap or the problem statement of the study. So when you are writing your abstract, think about what is this problem that you are trying to solve through your research, or what is the research gap that other scientists have not been able to overcome and you are attempting to do that through your work. Another thing to note is that whenever a research gap is being mentioned, a language feature, the word however is used to show the transition. Moving on to the third statement. Here we report direct graphene growth over silicon nanoparticles without silicon carbide formation. So what do you think is this statement? Yes, it is the objective of the study. So here the authors are talking about what are they planning to do in their research to overcome the research gap that they had mentioned in the previous statement. Similarly, when you are writing your abstract, try and explain in one sentence what you're trying to achieve in your research paper in order to overcome the research gap that you had mentioned earlier. That will be your objective. Coming to the next statement. The graphene layers anchored onto the silicon surface accommodate the volume expansion of silicon via a sliding process between adjacent graphene layers. Might be slightly difficult to visualize, but you will notice that they are now talking about the third component, which is the methodology. So methodology of the research essentially means the process or the experimentation that you have conducted in order to achieve your objective. Here, the authors are talking about how attaching the silicon to the graphene layers has helped in improving the volumetric energy density of silicon, which was the research gap that they had spoken about earlier. Similarly, when you are writing your abstract, try and explain in 1 to 2 sentences the methodology that you have followed in order to arrive at the results and overcome the research gap. Remember, it doesn't have to be very specific and should just give the overview of the process. Let's look at the next statement. When paired with commercial lithium cobalt oxide cathode, the silicon carbide free graphene coating allows the full cell to reach volumetric energy densities of 972 and 700 at first and 200th cycle respectively, 1.8 and 1.5 times higher than those of current commercial lithium-ion batteries. I'm sure all of you would have recognized this by now, that this is the fourth component, which is the results and discussion. So here the authors are talking about the results that they got after implementing the methodology. Now just imagine, while conducting their experimentation, they would have gotten so many results, and most of them might also be mentioned in the main paper. But have they mentioned all those results in the abstract? No, they haven't. So which results have they mentioned? They have specifically picked out the most significant results to mention in the abstract, which would also link to their research gap or the research objective that they had spoken about earlier. Similarly, when you are writing your abstract, focus on writing 1 or 2 sentences of results and discussion which directly link to your objective and also help in explaining how you overcame your research gap. Finally, coming to the last statement. This observation suggests that two-dimensional layered structure of graphene and its silicon carbide-free integration with silicon can serve as a prototype in advancing silicon anodes to commercially viable technology. This statement is the last and final component of abstract writing, which is the conclusion. In conclusion, the authors have spoken about the advantage of their research and how their study will add value to the existing lithium-ion battery research that is happening. Similarly, when you are writing your abstract, try and speak about the broader applications and implications of your study and how will your research make a contribution to the society. So guys, that's all I wanted to share with you today. If you wish to learn how to write a research paper in detail, you can register for a free demo to my research writing course. And now, thank you so much for watching this video and I wish you all the very best for your abstract writing.